Don't read them after midnight. Boy, do they multiply. This is on Russian nesting dolls from Nelli. Nelli's Thrifting Collections. $1.99 or less. Okay, guys, thanks for showing up again. Thanks, Jason T. Smith, for the shout out. And the Thrifting Order, check him out, and Nadine also. They are very supportive. Also got to thank Chad and Kim from Golden Finger Pickers and Queen. They all are very supportive, and if you want to do a YouTube video or you want to learn anything about thrifting, selling, or collecting, check out those two channels. Parents were born in Chicago. They came out here in the 50s when I was born here. They're born in Russia. I was born in Chicago. They came out to Chicago in the early 50s. And of course, I have tons and tons of relatives. I've only met a couple of them. I had some cousins that came out here to visit once when my husband and I were getting married. My mother went out there in the 70s to visit her folks. And my mother-in-law made it out early 80s, I believe, also. So I got a lot of souvenirs back, which I want to share with you. These are Russian matryoshkas. They are nesting dolls. Most of them are made out of wood, hand-painted. They are souvenirs out there, quite a bit that, I mean, if you go there, you got to pick one up. My collection, of course, started there. So a lot of these were free. Others I brought as the craze started back up again a few years ago. Actually, my granddaughter's nursery is all in matryoshkas, and my daughter got all of that stuff from Etsy. So you can find them everywhere. I have found quite a few at Goodwill thrifting stores, usually for 99 cents. Beware, they might not always be complete. This is my largest one. It's got about 15 pieces, I think. I won't actually stuck. But yeah, they're in there. But they're in different designs. Most of them are primary colors. They're very beautiful. There's one over here. Now they are all not all in the little ladies with the babushkas on. Some of them are actually, now this one I call the king. But I believe he's probably from a fairy tale. And, oops, there he goes. Some are solid. Now this is one I did pick up from Salvation Army. It's a solid one piece. And then the other one that was one piece actually makes noise. So it might have been pretty. Now this was $3, but I got it for 99 cents. And this one is in sort of a muted brown and green colors. So I'm thinking maybe it's 70s. Huh? There we go. Quite a few have been coming out in all sorts of catalogs you can find. Spilsbury Puzzle Places catalogs have a lot of matryoshkas. On eBay, there's some that range from $3 up to $40. Beware of the $3 ones. Make sure that there's something inside of them. It should be saying in the description if there's 2 or 3, and they probably weren't. They probably aren't complete. But I might be checking a few of those out for myself. This one is actually Temptations from QVC, I think it was. It's a cooking line or a baking line. And these are actually measuring cups. Which, of course, I had to have. And then once, of course, I got these, I had to get the whole dinnerware set, too. That's sort of pricey. Another common souvenir from Russia or Ukraine or Poland. I have relatives all over. And a shout out to Julia and Katya in Ukraine, all my unknown relatives in Poland, and of course my dear Russian cousins and aunts and everybody else over there. Russian spoons. Now these I have found quite a few at Goodwill. And the same thing, they're like 99 cents. If you get them on the red tag sale or blue tag or whatever, you can get them for half price in there. Also very beautiful colors. I would not use these for real. 'cause I'm not sure what kind of, they are hand painted and I don't know what kind of paint is on there. But they are very common, very beautiful. And I've got a ton of them for some reason. And of course then they come there with the really tiny ones too. And a lot of them all have gold paint on them. Gold leafing, probably. Another new one, which is also in, I got some catalog, I think, or it could be the import stores. Also plastic, all white, matryoshka. Same thing, they are nesting, and they are, the bottoms of them are measuring cups. And I got this one for my daughter, or granddaughter, to play with. It's plastic. There's kits you can buy to paint your own. There's a ton of plain wooden ones on eBay and at the puzzle catalogs and all that. My daughter actually made one for me a while ago. This is me. I'm the mama. There's Ray, the dad. And my oldest, or my son, my firstborn, Aaron. She's got him down really pat. Cool. And, of course, the little baby, which is Katie, who is now over 30 years old. But there we go. A dear souvenir for me forever. Also painted by a dear lady who she was in her 90s when she did this. She is deceased since then, Mrs. Bachan. She was my mother's neighbor, or my parents' neighbor, and painted way into her 90s, oil painting. For those of you that remember the Eggo pantyhose containers, she reused these and painted matryoshkas. She's holding 2 eggs, which is for Easter celebration, and then of course it's hollow, but gorgeous jobs on that. So if you're crafty, I think you can do really well with these also. My shirt, Amazon, merch by Amazon, Savvy Shopper if you want to check them out. Got several different kinds. The more modern ones, now this was actually brought by my mother back in Russia. She brought that back down with her boy with the accordion. This actually came from another neighbor. I can't find the pole to it. It's a bobblehead, believe it or not. If I can find the thing for it. Also a souvenir, different kind. There's also one that had bells on the bottom. I don't have that one. Hey, you gotta have jelly beans, especially in this container. And this was from a couple of years ago. See what I mean? They multiply. You can get them all sorts of places. There's puzzles. Barbie dolls, of course. That's a whole other collection. I won't go into that right now. But I've got 2 from Russia, or dressed as Russian ladies. Look at that scarf on that. That is adorable. Very well done. And I've also have from Poland and Ukraine. My Cabbage Patch people. Of course I had to have him. My husband got me this one. And this one, well, it was free for me, but yeah, he paid full price for it. Hi. And we've got the bears from the Olympics, one that never quite made it. And then the Sochi one. And let's see what else is there. I got a bear. Now this is a Rus bear. It's not, it's called Tatiana. So it is named after a Russian lady. Of course with the bling purse and the beautiful hat. There, let's see what else we got here. Ornaments. Now, if you've heard of Bonner's catalog, they have ornaments depicted all different. This one's actually Ukraine. And they are very fragile, so as you can see, this one sort of bit the dust, but I will set her away somewhere. Very hand-blown. Beautiful. And these are a little bit more hardier with a little bit more glitter. I mean, you can siphon these off into different collections like ornaments, dishware, bowls, spoons. I got all my bowls were really from Goodwill, which I thought. So somebody either went there and brought some back, and then of course that's how I get most of my collectibles for $1.99 or less at the thrift stores from people that are done with the souvenirs. Guess where they end up? My house. I don't want to take up much more of your time. This is what's coming up next, Campbell's collection. Just a tease, a tin. That'll be next. And I also got to give a shout out to Jake Nelson and his wife Ashley Nelson, who has Sunshine Rising channel on YouTube. It's a book review. Without her reviews, I probably would still be reading Nancy Drew or something. And this is dolphins. I'm going to assume it was probably a souvenir from maybe SeaWorld or Florida. Unmarked at the moment. But cute. And of course, I do like cats. And my daughter found this one for me, I believe. I don't know, but there's a lot of cat collectors. So you can even start your collections with animals or figurines. Hey, come on, there's a mouse at the very end. So see you soon. Thanks for subscribing, watching, sharing, and I'll be in touch with you later. Bye.